Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Your tongue.
Mic check, mic check.
Okay,
Mic check on the 1, 2, on the way to 3rd.
You already
Mic check,
know.
like I
You
said,
don't wanna
mic
miss
check.
this.
You can't miss it. Mic check, 1, 2 on the way to 3rd. It's fly, taking off like birds. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hi.
How y'all doing today? Something.
We are so excited.
Extremely excited.
Because
Dun, da, da, da.
it is episode number
10 Yes. Can you believe it? We've been consistent.
Honestly, though, you guys, this is our number. Yes, it's our 10th episode.
So
but at
guess
the
what?
same time,
Second, 2 digits. We
yes,
finally made
2
it.
digits. But at the same time,
Wait. Before we get into all that, I'm your host, Ria. And sitting across from me, sipping on tea, spilling tea, not gossiping. She's just clumsy and spilling tea everywhere.
Everywhere.
Standing at 5
Doing
foot.
the can't touch us. Na, na, na.
Very, very clumsy. Standing at 5'3", 382 pounds. Your host, can't touch this Karla. How you doing?
I am so good. I'm so excited. I'm fired up. I am ready to start this episode. How are you?
Man, I'm chilling. Psych.
Chilling.
This is episode, down to you. We've been consistent on for 10 things.
And you know how long we've been consistent
Wait,
for?
time out.
So,
Hold on. We gotta get the shout outs out the way. Shout out to Acorn and Convo Station for giving us the opportunity to do what we do and how we do it with no boundaries.
and shout out to all the interns that are working for a Coney Combo Station.
We love the team. We love a Corny Combo Station. We are thankful that you found us fortunate enough to be able to represent.
Represent.
Shut up. Shut up.
Shout out to the whole studio. It's awesome.
Shout out to the grind. Shout out to the gram. Shout out to the Twitter.
To the Facebook.
Shout out to the book face.
Shout out to the YouTube, just in case you don't know and if this is your first time listening to us.
Tuning in.
We are actually on YouTube.
They thought it would be cool to allow the people to really see how tall and wide Karla is and is not, if that makes sense. Because if you haven't noticed, she changes weight very fast. And height.
Yes,
and
height
people,
and weight.
Yeah.
And people think that that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
you the GOAT when it comes to shout out. Hey, time out.
That's my superpower.
Shout out to Carlos. No, you got 3 superpowers. Forgetting everything.
Okay.
Extremely clumsy.
Okay.
And changing height and weight every time. You sauced up. Drip. Drip, drip. Shout out to you, Carla. But enough of we done with the shout outs.
All right, yes.
But
so,
episode number 10, shout out to you.
Number 10.
10
I just want to say this.
10 was so patient. It was waiting on us.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, 10, for being so patient. I know it took a while. I know you was like, man, when my number coming up? When my number?
Not really, though. Not really, because we have actually been doing. Yeah, we've been. We started a Corny Convo Station, and podcasting and uploading it and everything, doing everything in February. So this station started in February.
Shout out to
opened up in February.
Shout out to the squad.
Yes.
Most importantly, shout out to you guys for taking the opportunity on us. But enough of the shout outs.
In February. So it's April.
So
if you're watching this in April, shout out to you because you're a real one.
You're a real one.
If you're watching this later on, maybe May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, or 2020.
2020. No, before 2020.
Okay, before,
but hey,
hopefully.
Shout out to all y'all because
shout out to you because you're the bomb.
I am? Me?
Yeah, no. Listener, you are
Wait,
the
time
bomb.
out. You don't even know
Listen
them. How are you going to say they a bomb and I'm not a bomb?
Because,
you a bomb.
No, because they are the bomb. They're the bomb for finding us. They're the bomb for finding this to listen to and actually stay tuned to right now.
You are the bomb too. Want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because you blew up the studio bathroom.
Boom. No. Are we really talking about these?
Blew it up.
Are we really, Ria?
Okay.
Are we really?
All right. No.
Ria literally smells like an old, wet cardboard box.
Look,
if you have ever ever encountered a wet box on the streets as you're walking by. That's Ria right now.
Whatever.
Blowing it up right now.
That box that was holding roses. That's me.
Yeah, whatever.
And lavender.
And roses that are way past due. Nope, way past due at a warehouse that is closing down. That's Ria.
Shout out to the warehouse that's closing down and throwing away boxes that smell like me. But real, moving right along. It was a new movie came out.
Oh my goodness. Are we really going to talk about this?
Why
oh my
not?
Gosh. Okay,
they might have. Okay.
Well, honestly, we're super excited about another movie that we're about to go watch. And if you haven't, this is not an advertisement whatsoever, but we're about to watch Breakthrough. So
we know nothing about it. The name sounds cool.
Yes, Breakthrough. But that's not the movie that we're talking about. The movie that we're talking about today is dun dun dun.
It's a Netflix special. Shout out to. But wait, this is we ain't doing
this.
No more shout outs.
Netflix specials.
No shout outs and no advertisement. But shout out to everybody that got a Netflix account and you ain't paying.
No more shout outs or nothing, but shout out.
No, listen. Shout out to the next Netflix account holder that gives out their password.
Yeah,
shout out to
you, the
Karla,
real one.
Whoever Netflix account that you're on, shout them out because.
Oh, shout out to my auntie, cousin, aunt, nephew, daughter, sibling.
Dog.
Because
the dog actually started the account.
Because you're actually so awesome.
The dog started the account.
Who has? Okay, everybody who has.
No
a Netflix
one really
account,
has a Netflix account.
Who's paying for the Netflix account?
Nobody.
Raise your hand.
Nobody. Everybody in the house like,
who's paying for it?
The dog is. The dog looking like, look here, these folks got the premium account. This is getting too far.
Yes.
But shout out to everybody that has a
not
Netflix.
Not the premium, the ultimate account.
Ooh, not the
ultimate, yes, the unlimited screen account.
The dog had to go bury up his,
the $50 a month account.
The dog had to go retrieve his bones because he got to pay for all this, man. Y'all quit doing the dog like that. Let the dog hide his treasure. But shout out to everybody that has a Netflix account that's actually paying for it. Shout out to you.
Shout out
and listen,
to you.
I know thousands of people with a Netflix, but I don't know anyone that's paying for it.
No, because am I paying for it, Ria?
Of course not. Listen. I had said, hey, Netflix.
I love how your family members are always coming up to you and they're like, "Hey, you got a Netflix account?" And you're like, "No."
I don't even watch Netflix.
Well, Woo Woo has a Netflix account. You want it? You want the info?
Exactly. I'm like, whoa, sure, why not? So I really got like 13 accounts.
But he really doesn't need it because he has moi. So of course,
right? And you have.
Course. And I have another moi.
You have
another person.
You have was a lot of
was.
A lot of was.
Was.
You have a dog. So yeah, shout out to the dog that put on the glasses and actually signed up for the subscription to get for the $13 a month. Shout out to you, the dog.
Come on, we gotta howl for them.
That dog sounds sad. You wanna know why I said?
Why?
Because he's looking at the price. He like, hold up, Netflix went up an extra $1.
Okay, so
went up an extra bone.
He's really like this.
He like, and I can't cancel.
And I can't cancel.
All dogs go to heaven. That's why.
That is why.
Because they're very courteous. Yeah. Shout out to the dog.
Oh my goodness.
But back to this movie.
So not shout out to the dog who gave risk the life of himself for the family, because that's a real dog right there.
Are we talking about the movie?
Yes.
The movie, no, the dog, no shout out to that dog. The dog almost got the family killed. All right. This is a new movie on Netflix. And bam.
Mind you, it just came out maybe like
a couple days ago. Released on Netflix. And I saw it on the Twitter feed and I was like, I saw it and I was like, well, we'll check it out. So bam, I was like,
everybody knows the movie that all the memes are about and everything. And
Bird Box.
Dun dun dun. So the one that just came out is dun dun dun.
A great value version of Bird Box.
The Silence.
Great value.
So The Silence is basically talking about.
Wait, we got to tell them what Bird Box is in case everybody didn't see it. Okay, so for all the Amish people out there that doesn't have electricity, Netflix or a Facebook to where you can witness these memes and had curiosity to say, hey, let me go check this out. Bird Box is a film about some type of, hey, what's the word I'm looking for? Apocalypse that's taking.
Spirit.
That's evil thing that's taking people. If you look
evil
at it, bam,
that is,
it makes you commit suicide.
If you make If you make eye contact with him.
So, long story short, people start eventually. They're hiding in houses. Then
not even like suicide, but yes, it is suicide. But at the same time, like it gets your deepest fear out of the way and it puts it outside.
Right.
So, like, for example, the little girl. So, Sandra Bullock stars in this movie, and she has two.
Shout out to Sandra Bullock and what's the movie? The wedding movie. Shout out to her. She was the goat in that movie. Her and Betty White. What movie was that?
Oh, The Proposal.
The Proposal. Shout out to man.
Yes,
she's the goat.
I died.
Betty White. We love you.
It was like
Betty White is 96 years young. Shout out to you, Betty White. You the goat.
To the window, to the wall, to the wall, to the
whoa, watch your mouth.
To the sweat drops down my
to the floor. Okay, moving right back along. Sandra Bullock, she stars in the movie. It's another great other characters going on. This and the third. So okay, so we okay. Can we tell? Can we tell them what Bird Box is?
Okay, right. Sorry.
They're waiting on Bird Box. All right, so bam. Long story short, let's put it in a nutshell. Hey, these people look into the sky. It makes them commit suicide. So the key is, hey, do not look at the sky. Do not make eye contact. And they had to go out because they started to run low on food. They started to run low on all the toiletry and whatever the case may be. So they start blindfolding themselves to roam around the world to try to find a safety. And eventually they run into a... No, that's not what they ran into. They eventually came across with this place that was sheltering
a refuge
that was sheltering blind people, and it was a great movie. It was a great ending. It was very suspenseful. It was very
the whole entire
it was completely different.
But you know that the one thing that was like awesome about this movie was that they actually had to cross the river. Ooh. And even though like Sandra wasn't the mom of both the kids that were in that movie and only had one kid and the other one was somebody else's.
That's how the kid came about. Sorry to cut you off, but Sandra Bullock was pregnant at the time that this apocalypse had took place. And I think like it was like 5 or 6 years prior. She was pregnant.
And it was another movie, another woman too.
It was another pregnant woman. And they ended up letting this guy in the house, and he played as a good guy. He ended up forcing all the people that he could to look at their and
to take off their blindfolds.
Take off their blindfold. And finally, the woman, they had all of this newspaper, all of these different things bandaged over the window, so you couldn't see the sky.
Right.
And they had just got done having their baby. Both of them at the same time gave birth to their baby. And the woman, she's like, I'm not as strong as you. If anything happens to me, I want you to take care of my baby. And Sandra Bullock like, girl, you strong, women power, Wonder Woman, this, that, and the third. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out to you, girl. We do that. Shout out to the women that give birth because that was extremely painful without any medical assistance.
Oh my gosh, with any epidural.
None of that. So she ended up giving out the baby, and they were fatigued. The babies were just born, and some random dude, they let him in, and he ended up
took and like opened the window, and
opened the windows,
and the other mom made contact with the evil spirit.
Right.
So now she committed suicide from the third floor, I believe.
Yeah.
The
second or third floor, one of them, and then she ended up dying, and
she ended up dying.
Sandra Bullock ended up raising her baby because they both were born on the same day.
Girl and boy.
You bet it. That was their name. Girl, boy. She really didn't want no attachment. So that's pretty much Bird Box in a nutshell. And bam, fast forward to this great value
but
version.
I wanted to let them know that like the awesome thing about this is that even though that both of them weren't Sandra's kids, that she still didn't make them make a choice of who was going to die. Like she didn't choose to be God in this scenario.
Wait. She kind of was leaning towards that way. The little girl said, "Oh, go." No, the little boy said her son, the one she gave birth to, she had a boy, and the other woman had a girl. The little boy said, "Oh, go."
And she was like, No, I choose. I choose.
The little girl was looking around, scratching her head. She was like, okay, if he's not going to look and she ain't going to look, I guess that leaves me. She said, I'll look. Sandra really wanted to say, all right, bet, cool. You look, you tell us where to go. We'll go from there. But she showed a little generosity and was like, you know what? No one looks.
Yes.
So shout out to
when everybody in the theaters was like this.
Wait, it wasn't even in theaters. That's when everybody. That's when everyone was in front of their TV that didn't pay for the account on Netflix.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Okay, so bam.
Dang! It looks like this is like
And
it's only on Netflix, and that's so cool.
No, but it's unfortunate that was actually a great movie. But we had already said, "Dang, that seemed like a cool movie. Let's put that on the watch list."
Yeah, like we watched this,
and I hate
the minute it came out because we had watched the preview,
right?
And like
20 days prior.
Oh my gosh, yes. We watched the preview 20 days prior because we were eating some hot wings in front of the TV. I mean, in front of the computer. And I was like, oh, look at this. And I was like, let's watch this.
So
and
I hate
that.
And I hate that. Right. And I hate that people.
And woo-woo.
I hate that, everyone saturated the movie by, hey.
The memes.
The memes.
And like, that was actually great. Hurt that was during the memes.
Silly stuff. Too. But we're not, that's in the past. Let's talk about silence.
New one.
Okay, we really pretty much
great
for all
value.
of the people that saw Bird Box a couple times, one time, and they know about it. We didn't mean to bring it back up, but hey, for those who didn't, we wanted to let you know how our opinion, because you guys probably haven't seen Silence, and why this is the great value version of it. In Bird Box, you couldn't look, right?
Right.
In the movie Silence, you
can hear. I mean, you can make a noise.
You couldn't make a noise. So, or these creatures from out of nowhere would eat you up.
Yeah.
So it had so many similarities, but it wasn't as long. It wasn't as intense. It wasn't. Yes. I think it would have been good if they would have created that from the beginning versus Bird Box being created and then months later you create this. But of course, using a young lady that was deaf and you couldn't speak. So they were showing that they had the advantage.
The thing is about the movies is that both movies, they take a long time to create. And that's what people don't understand, that movies take a long time
and this
to
movie
put
seemed
together.
Rushed. It seemed rushed.
So, yeah, I completely agree.
So I agree with you on it. It did seem kind of rushed.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, everyone is making, and that's look, everything is so saturated by trending challenges and topics. Yeah. So their best bet is for people to start acting like they can't hear things.
Right.
And I'm sure it's going to be lame people. Well, not people. Lame actions. People saying they can't hear a train and playing in front of a train and hopefully no one get hurt. And because people are going to this extent for a challenge, for the notoriety,
Ria
or whatever
said
the case
something
may be.
super interesting when we were watching the movie earlier today. And he said...
All right, wait. Time out. Wait. I always say something interesting. Carry on.
Whatever. Anyway, he said, you know what, Karla? This is actually going to come to it. Like, this is actually what the world is going to come to. Because we have so many things that are happening around the world. And he mentioned that even like with Purge, that Purge is going to be also, real. It's going to start with something super small.
Absolutely.
And like people have these imagination that is so wild, that it runs super wild, and they put it in a movie and they throw it together and then put it out there and everybody believes it. Right. And so, of course, because they've already seen it in the movies,
they desensitize
people want to have that. And so they're like, no, we're going to bandwagon this, and we're going to...
because I didn't say it to that extent, but you're absolutely right. You know how many people in this world that disagree with a purge? You're listening to two people right now that disagree with a purge. I don't care if they say you can steal bubble gum. We don't want any crimes committed. But
I think that's what thieves do.
Let me finish. You just as many people that don't want a purge to happen. I guarantee you have the other side desires a purge to happen.
Yeah.
You know how many people commit crimes knowing the consequences?
On a daily basis.
Knowing the consequences. So what do you think they're going to do?
If they have no consequences.
No consequence. If these people commit the crimes.
Okay. Question time.
Come on.
Would you commit a crime knowing the consequences?
Absolutely not. I have no. I don't know.
Without no consequences.
I don't know. No. I have no reason to commit a crime. Like, that's being. Listen, Cub Scout honor. I was a Cub Scout for 11 years straight.
Nuh-uh.
I earned these badges. I learned how to start a fire. I learned how to put out a fire. And I also learned how to romance a woman. I'm not sacrificing any of those. So, no.
Were you seriously a Cub Scout?
How did you think this chest got so awesome? Not asking you. I'm asking myself. Because I did hundreds of push-ups. Because I was always in trouble.
As a Cub Scout.
I was always in trouble. But yeah, really, for real. No, I was definitely not a Cub Scout, and definitely.
So sorry for the assumptions, Scouts.
Yeah, whatever that was. English, please.
Okay, fine. I'll try my best.
Okay, so back to the original question: would you commit a crime?
No.
I mean, it's not fun to commit a crime. Listen, it's not. Okay.
I honestly would feel guilty for the rest of my life if I committed. Right,
definitely.
Okay, let me tell you about this one crime I committed one time.
Okay.
So this is not an intentional crime that I committed. This is an unintentional crime. So I walk in there. In Family Dollar, we walk in. Oh, nope. Let me disclose. Well, I already said the
Go ahead. She stole something from Family Dollar.
No. So I'm walking in there, and I'm like, la, la, la.
Family Dollar, right?
I'm walking with my granddad, and I'm walking with my cousin.
Family Dollar, right?
And and I'm walking in there, and then like we paid for the stuff that we bought, and then we walked out.
Right.
And
Family Dollar. You walked out of Family Dollar?
Yeah, we walked out of Family Dollar. So we were in the car, and my cousin is like, "Oh no, I forgot my gum on the counter." Right. And he was like, "I forgot my gum on the counter," and so I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah, I forgot it." And I was like, "Well, let's go back in there and get your gum," because we had paid for it. And I was like, "Let's go back in there and get your gum." And then he was like, "Oh man, can you go and get it? I'll stay in the car." And I was like, "Fine, okay, fine." He was little, of course. So I went in there and I didn't see the gum on the counter. So I was like, whatever. So I grabbed the gum that he grabbed initially. So I grabbed it and I took it, and nobody was at the front counter because of course like people do not like to do their jobs. So I grabs the gum and I walked back into the car. Nothing beeped, all right? I was not afraid. I walked back outside and I was like, here you go. And then he was like, wow.
You did it.
You really did it?
Finesse.
It's right here. And he had finessed me out of stealing gum. And I was like, oh no. And I felt so guilty. And my granddad was like, he wasn't putting up with our stuff, right? He wasn't putting up with our stuff. So he was like, let's go. And so he drove off. And I literally felt so guilty because I had that gum in my hand.
Like, your cousin blowing bubbles, got it in your hair.
And I was like,
shout out to your cousin for finesse.
No. And so when I went home,
I think I left my Gucci belt on the counter. Karla, can you run in and get it?
No, so I literally went home and I changed clothes so quick because I was like, well, if they're
you thought they were gonna come out of you thought well I was like, well, if they're
coming
the little girl in this surveillance camera had on pink. This one here has on all black. She's gothic.
Yeah.
She's not the one.
It's not the one.
She's gothic.
Yeah, so I literally went home and changed my outfit, and I
put on black.
I put on a ponytail when my hair was down. And
put on black eyeshadow, black lipstick.
But you know what though? I did go back, and when I went back to that same Family Dollar, I paid extra for that gum.
They was like, girl, keep them. We don't want to keep your chain, girl. Take your.
So I was like, I felt kind of sad about
take your 38 cent, girl.
Yes. So I was like, you can keep it. You can keep the change. So and every time I would go in that Family Dollar, I remembered my crime. So
your crime.
I always told them
it's not a crime unless you got caught.
So I always told them, keep the change. So even if it was $10 and it was only $1, I was like, keep the change.
Look here. Well, you stole from me. Come on. Tell me keep change. Give me 100.
No. This was on my heart, okay?
What? You stole something from me? Tell me to keep change.
Oh, man. That was tough, okay? I was
she's a criminal.
I was 8 years old.
Karla's about to do life.
I was 8 years old stealing gum, okay?
Shout out to Karla for about to get ready to do. Come on, man. She's a convicted felon.
And the fact that I'm like, okay, we're going to keep the name of the place disclosed. And here, like, oh, it was Family Dollar, right? You said Family Dollar?
Shut up.
Family Dollar, right?
Hey. We got a new name for you. Convict Karla.
No!
I'm locked up. Don't let her out. Yeah. Convict Karla. But the time, okay, so you wouldn't participate in a purge?
No, I would not.
Okay.
I still feel for my crime.
The only thing that I would do in a purge. Okay, let's play devil's advocate. Bam. We're in a purge. What would you do?
We're in a purge.
And listen, this is all. Hey, you guys made the movie. But let's finish our question, then we'll play the game.
Okay.
What you were saying earlier was a lot of people are making these different type of movies. What I was saying, and
or like different scenarios, just to period
to definitely what's going on
to benefit those minds
to really.
So like
desensitize.
Yes.
So let's just say
something came up to that extent, then everybody would jump on board for
people
it.
Would be we're not
eager to say yes.
No. Time out. You have some. No. We're not going to say that. You have some people that would say pass that law. You have some people
that would say no, absolutely not.
You have some people
exceptionally. Of course.
No.
Nada. So, stop it right now. You guys are crazy.
Because just as, you have your people that's going to say, hey, we would definitely not do that. And I'm telling you right now, this is Ria. Definitely, it is going to be people that would agree to it. And it's not okay. But we're not worried about that. The whole fact of the matter is what movies are doing now, they're starting to desensitize us from certain things because you got to have a really twisted mind to create a movie called The Purge. And first of all, the government shouldn't even allow these type of movies.
Yeah.
For you to manipulate. In
Korea, that you're not allowed to those movies?
This is bad. Like, for them to make sequels. Yeah, people say, oh man, it's fictional. No, this isn't. No, this is a mind that would kind of allow these type of things to happen where the elites can afford to have the best protection and the middle class and whatever other classes would have to, pretty much fend for themselves. And it's a way of population control. And that's the thing. So what the whole original question was, what if they say, hey, we're going to pass a law. We're going to pass a law where no traffic tickets will be written. For one day, you can do whatever you want. They might not say a purge, but that's what a purge is. So they're going to start off with something small. Like everybody going to say, oh yeah, man, I'm finna run all these traffic lights. Man, I'm finna speed. I'm finna do this.
And everybody would speed. Okay, absolutely. I would speed. I would speed. I'd
absolutely.
Be like,
but
heck the law.
But there would be a lot of wrecks because there would be a lot of lights. It would be terrible. But
I would speed on the highway.
But what this would do, they would keep record of how many people participate in it.
Yeah.
They would keep record of how many cameras flash on a red light. And they would say, okay, these people are down for a purge. So now the next maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years, they will heighten up the stakes. They will say, okay, now all petty crimes such as muggings and robberies under $200 all will be acceptable for one day. People are like, man, I'm finna go get $200. I'm finna go mug somebody. I'm finna woo, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get some chips.
Exactly. See, now they're keeping record of it. So guess what's gonna happen? Now,
and sunflower seeds.
Now it's gonna get worse.
And food.
Each and every time. Maybe the next 10 years. Okay, you get one day where you can assault somebody, and guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna go say, hey, I'm finna go get so-and-so that made me mad 13 years ago. You're going to go to assault them. And because everybody tries to justify
their actions.
Their actions.
And too, like, yes, we're saying that this is like super crazy out of their mind thing. But at the same time, I think that some of these purges, like the petty crimes and
people would definitely do. People would definitely participate in.
Sometimes it would benefit another person. So let's say that you can do a petty crime down less than $50.
Right.
Homeless and a lot of people that can't afford things would go into stores and get food for under $50.
But
would be okay.
Wait. No, that's not okay. Because the same guy that said, hey, do I got $1? The boy must have, he pulled out a lineup of I seen more bills in his phone
than in your life.
Than I seen in my life. The man had the audacity. I'm pumping. Look, I had $10.75. 75 cents was to put air in my tire, and the last one was the 10, what I was going to use. My man came up. He said, "Excuse me, sir. Would you have to have an extra $1?" I said, "No, man. I only have a 10." The man told me he had change, and I'm like, "Well," I entertained it. I said, "What do you mean? You got change?" He said, "Yeah, I got change." He moved 100 out the way. He moved another 100. He moved a couple 50s, a couple 20s. They might move a $2 bill. I didn't even know people. I'm like, bro, wait. How you got a $2 bill? I don't even have one. And you going to have the audacity. He said, I know they in here somewhere. Hold on 1 second. Let me find. I think I got some ones in here. Hold on. And then when he finally found the one, he said, I got change. Man, if you don't get out of my face. So no, they do not get an exception for petty crimes because they got money. Not all, but bam. Not gonna allow it. What were you saying?
Fine, you won the case.
No,
Judge Ria.
but really, I don't think it's acceptable in no way, form, or fashion because it's just a test. You know, I think it's just a test. You know, so you okay?
Man, I honestly slurped too hard. Woo.
Gotta be careful drinking hot tea. But yeah, let's go back to this movie Silence.
Tea.
Back to Silence.
Oh my goodness! So literally,
And this was just a
replica.
This was.
But the only weird thing about the movie
this was just a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
That the government, well, not necessarily the government, because I think the government should have shut down movies like Purge. People say, "Oh man, it's just entertainment, relax."
But the government has shut down so much in the last 2 years that it's insane.
No, people will say, "Oh man,
the government in the USA has shut down so many times this year."
A lot of people may say, "Oh man, it's just a movie, relax."
Last year,
why do? Okay, but why?
Hey Ria, you remember that time that I said that? Do you think that my bills are going through because they're on processing and they might just have forgotten? And I prayed so hard that they had forgotten to take my bills out.
And I told her,
when the government shut down.
Listen, I told her,
just keep that money in there.
I said keep that money in that bank account. I don't care what you saying.
Oh yes.
The government shutdown could have been for a year. They was coming back for theirs. And then some. For you even
and then some.
For you even thinking they weren't coming back for theirs. Listen, if you owe the government $1, you better believe a 1-800 calling you. Yeah, hello. Yeah, this is Parker from IRS. We were just calling
$1 a month.
Yeah.
So that is.
But see, ma'am, you've been owing
$12.
You've been owing $1 for the last 6 months, and there has interest that has accumulated $14 for every day that has went by. So my $1 then turned to $800. Look here, Parker.
Real quick,
get off my phone. How you got $1,400 in interest every day, and I only owe $1? IRS. You know what the IRS mean?
What?
Think about it. The IRS.
I rule some.
That's great. We'll agree with that.
I rule some.
Right. But
I rule some. I rule shmoney.
Hey, your shmoney.
I rule shmoney.
Your shmoney. So guess what? But look, the
fact that I didn't know.
You see the IRS. What does that spell? THE, which is the IRS. THE.
The iris.
No. Work with me. People, be patient with her. And everyone that said the iris, no. THEIRS. That's one word. What does it spell? Theirs.
Oh!
Yeah. It's real.
Wow. I'm like the iris.
Because when I was looking at that one day, I'm like, wait, the IRS. And I took that little space out. I said, these slick jokers. Theirs. They saying they're coming for theirs. The IRS. Theirs. They're coming for theirs. Thank me later, people.
Wow.
Yeah. Episode 10.
I never thought about that.
Episode 10.
Like listen, so deep.
I'm deep. Episode 10. We dropping jewels.
Okay. So that's like this
scary.
This joke that I heard, and it's like, how do you spell yes?
YES.
So what is EYES?
Yes.
Are you serious?
You said what is E?
YES.
What is EYES?
Yes. What does that spell?
I don't know.
EYES.
EYES.
Okay, so how do you spell yes?
YES.
So now what is EYES?
EYES. What is it?
What is it?
EYES.
What does that spell?
Yes. What? Why are you laughing?
Are you serious? You never came across this?
Okay, eyes.
Yes.
Okay. You're funny.
I know. I'm about to get you because.
Okay, I got a question for you since you want to play questions.
Yes, please.
Okay. If I have 3 apples. No, if you have 3 apples.
Mm.
And I take away 2, how many do you have?
I still got 3.
How?
Because they're my apples. You took away 2 apples, but you didn't say from where.
What? You have 3 apples. I took away 2 apples. You have 1.
You took 2 of my apples away?
Where else are the apples at?
There are so many apples all around the world.
You have, okay, I have 3 apples. You take away 2, how many do you have?
2. I take away 2. I have 2.
But I have 3 apples. You take away 2. How many do I have?
1.
Wrong.
How many do you have?
I asked you.
What?
I asked you.
You have 3 apples.
Mm-hmm.
I take away 2.
Mm-hmm.
You got 1.
Who said that you took them from me?
Exactly. That's what I said.
Exactly. See how silly that sounds? Of course I only have 1 apple. Get out of here. But back to this movie, Silence. Boy, it was a great value version of Bird Box. Shout out to Great Value, too. Walmart, shout out to Walmart for great value. Because everybody ain't got the extra $9 when y'all ask for the brand. So, yeah, Hidden Valley, you're 32.
Praise, brother Ria, praise.
The Hidden Valley Ranch is $11.
Yes, praise, Ria.
Sometimes I only want to spend $1 on ranch.
Brother Ria.
So, shout out to Great Value Ranch.
Brother Ria, come on, praise.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Shout out to Great Value, man.
Brother Ria.
So, this is no insult to the movie Silence.
But if you want to watch it, go ahead.
Yeah, but
it's not that bad though.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually a good movie. It was rather short. It was rather brief.
Just like the Great Value Ziploc bags aren't that bad from the Glade bags. That's exactly the same.
Okay.
Because you can still put stuff in the Great Value bags.
Let's use something that's pretty bad. That's okay.
Great Value.
Not necessarily Great Value. Well, off brand.
Okay, off brand okay. What is an off brand called?
It doesn't have the same name.
Yes, it's off brand there's a name for it. An off brand.
Fake.
No.
Cheap.
No.
Knockoff.
No.
Baloney.
No. An off brand. There is a name for it. There's a name for it. Ria, help me out here. There is a name
I told you
for
everything.
a brand. There is a name
Fake.
for Nope.
It's supposed to say Gucci and it say Poochie.
No, do not use.
It's supposed to say Versace, but it say Baloney. Fake.
No, Ria.
Don't hurt yourself. You're thinking too hard.
Oh, I'm gonna get a little Harry Potter sign.
No, I see a vein coming out your head. Chill out. No. Hey, corny team, be on standby. She thinking.
Guys, what is it called?
Listen.
What is it called when you guys have? What is it called?
How about this? Let's do this here. Let's not think too hard, because I don't want you to get hurt.
No.
Okay, while you're thinking, I'll talk about this conspiracy theory.
Okay.
With the purge. People, purge is very scary. I don't care if the government say you can steal a pack of bubble gum. Don't do it. It's calculated. They're not going to allow you to steal anything. You can steal anything as long as it's under $2. What sense does that make? Why steal it? Pay for it. Don't allow purge to take place. Well, that's Ria's conspiracy theory. Are you done thinking? Because you're scaring me. You're really scaring me.
No. I still can't think of the word.
We'll think about it later. Moving on. Let's go. Silence. The movie Silence. What did you get from it?
Oh my goodness. The movie Silence was literally a replica of Bird Box, but the only difference about it was that they actually had a little group and they made
that was weird.
What was a
little cult.
Little society, yes, a cult of people.
Little cult.
To say that they were the ones that were punishing us for being sinners, because everybody is a sinner.
Absolutely.
You know, and so we're all sinners, and this
everyone
cult
falls short.
Is like, you guys are falling short. You guys are paying for it. So now they're taking a whole bunch of innocent females. Doesn't matter if they're dogs, female birds, female wolves,
dogs.
female everything. And they are taking them and they are birthing these ugly things that are eating up everybody and everything. And they're like birthing a whole bunch of them.
Oh, no, we don't want to. Yeah, we don't.
In their ovaries.
Yeah, we don't want to tell everything because we want you guys to check.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We want your opinion. And if you can always reach the team at A Corny Convos on Twitter, or you can even reach us A Corny Convos even on
Facebook,
on Instagram, or you can A Corny Convo Station on Facebook. We definitely want to hear your inputs.
Yes,
want to hear
A Corny Convo Station.
Yeah, so
we need like a little thing. Come on. We need a handshake or a little slogan for A Corny Convo Station where it's just like A Corny Convo Station.
We'll work.
What is it? We'll work on it.
Episode 10.
Episode number 10.
Yes. We appreciate you guys for tuning in this long.
Yes.
But this
remember,
I know,
we are on YouTube.
Forgive
remember,
us. This episode,
search us up.
This episode
Look
was
us
everywhere.
Up. You want to see this. You want to see my thinking face. You want to see his conspiracy. Oh my God. I said conspiracy. Conspiracy face.
Absolutely. And I think it was rather, how was it?
I don't know.
Striking? Is it rather
maybe
masculine? Is it rather I'll steal some 38-cent bubble gum?
Maybe.
You never know. Check it out. But shout out to everybody who's been listening.
Shout out to you guys. You guys are the bomb.
Shout out to the people that have,
joined in, tuned in.
Absolutely.
Shout out to people that have listened from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Shout out to you.
And, we don't usually do all this shouting out, but this is pretty awesome because we have finally reached it into 2 digits. We're babies. We're youth. We're infants. We're still on.
No.
Can't touch this. We're still on. Can't touch this. Is it? Wait, time out. Is it Gerber or Gerber?
Gerber.
Why? Is it J silent?
No, it's the G.
So why is it?
Gerber.
Exactly. Why isn't it Gerber?
Ger. I don't know. Come on.
Whatever it is, we own it because we babies at it, but we won't grow. Just like a baby is gonna grow. So if you haven't seen the movie Silence, go check it out. This is not an ad, and this is not Love to Silence. This is just 2 little corny acorns just telling everybody what we think about it. So
Conspiracy Theories, episode 10.
Episode 10. Conspiracy Theories. Shout out to y'all. I'm your host, Ria. And sitting across from me.
No.
Standing at 6'3".
No.
87 pounds.
No. No.
With a pocket full of bubble gum that she stole from Family Dollar.
No.
Convict. Convict.
Money. We're out.
Don't stab me.